Recon Athlete Podcast is brought to you by Kreitz Market, The Social, and Focus Fit San Marcos. All right, Recon Athlete, episode 96. Chris Sanchez, Paul Rodriguez, Zach Lucetto. What's up, Zach? Oh, my bad. Bad producing. What's up, Zach?
What's up?
Bad producing. That's what you try. That's what happens when you try to produce and do stuff
drunk.
on the computer and then talk and host.
While you're
Do too many things.
drinking
I come with
mystery
water in here,
juice.
dude.
That's not water.
Dude, yes, it is.
You don't drink no water.
I drink lots of water, man. I've been running lately in the morning. Get up at 5:30.
I'm going on a
5:45.
diet next month
Why?
because I'll get fat.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
I'm going to do no candy, no ice cream, no wings
That's gonna be tough.
all August.
That's gonna be tough, bro.
It's going to be tough. That's like my three main. That's like my.
That's
That's,
your-
my food pyramid
That's your
right
food.
there. Candy, ice cream, and wings.
Paul Rodriguez, what's going on, brother?
Doing pretty good. Just, enjoying life. Got a good rainstorm to probably mid-afternoon here in Lockhart, America. And I don't know, man, feeling good tonight.
All right, man. That's what's up. Yeah, I saw that storm out to the east, but it didn't quite make it to Austin. I know it got out to Manor. I know it was in Lockhart, but it didn't quite make it over here. Did you get some rain over wherever you're at?
No,
I don't even know where you stay, Zach.
I stay everywhere.
I know. Just a roamer.
I'm a nomad.
Nomad, bro. Nomad. All right. Well, we got NBA on deck. Of course, Major League Baseball started. We'll talk some Marlins, breaking out and not the good kind of breaking out. And then, but first, I wanted to talk. Oh yeah, we're gonna do our Taylor Swift album review. I did listen to it a couple times.
Yeah?
I did. I did once on one of my runs.
You went through the whole album?
Not
on
the whole.
run? Oh my
no,
God.
no,
I was
no.
about to say,
Well,
oh my
I don't
God.
know, man. It takes me like it's anywhere. My runs are either 35 to 45 minutes. So, I mean, that's a pretty good chunk of it.
It's like a full size album too.
Yeah.
So it has a few songs.
And then I listened to it earlier today.
As like a prep.
Yeah. Well, I was just kind of like I had to go to the office, so I listened to it some on the way there, and then just kind of I was running errands too. I met my mom. Happy birthday, Mom! Birthday shout out.
Shout out Chris's mom.
Shout
Shout out Yvette.
So
Is that her name?
no,
Oh.
No.
Shout out Mary.
no.
Mary?
No.
It almost was Martha. Actually, she told me this.
Do you know what your name almost was?
No. I
Paul,
don't.
do you know what your name almost was?
I'm the firstborn, so it's always going to be after my pops.
Oh, it was always. Gonna be Paul.
My parents told me I was almost Noah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah, I can't
I can
remember.
see that.
I'll have to ask. I'll have to ask my mom. It was gonna be. Oh no, that was my brother. My brother was gonna be Jeff, but then they went with Robert because he was the firstborn. So Robert Jr., just like Paul Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but no, my mom was telling me today that her name was gonna be Martha because today is the feast day of Saint Martha, and her grandmother.
Shout out Catholicism.
Right. Shout out Catholicism, Catholic.
Shout out God.
Her grandmother was a very holy woman, just like my mother is, and so she wanted to name her after the feast day. But that was her grandmother, so my great grandmother, and my grandmother didn't like that name, so they went with what her name is.
Hell no.
Yeah, she was like, nah, I don't like that. I don't like that. So she went with her real name. I'm not gonna say your name, Mom. She doesn't want to. Dude, she's real like she don't want to be on the grid, dog.
No.
She don't. Yeah.
Does she have like a long name, like a Mexican name?
I mean, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Kind of.
Not really.
I mean, not really.
Not really. No.
Yeah, not really. But yeah, happy birthday, Mom. Also, happy birthday, Dak Prescott.
Shout out Dak Prescott.
Birthday shout out Dak Prescott. He turned 27 today. Emo texted me today that he was like, "Hey, it's Dak Prescott's birthday.
I'm sure Paul
you
had
say
that
something."
on the schedule for us to talk about.
Did you have that? Did you know that, Paul?
I did know that, but I did not put on the schedule.
Oh, okay.
Nah.
So my name was gonna be Noah.
Yeah.
I only know one Noah. Actually, I know two Noahs, but saying I only know one Noah makes my story better.
Okay.
And I played basketball with him in middle school.
Yeah.
And he was like kind of douchey. Like I don't really like him very much. So I was like, dang, good thing my name's not Noah. But he's actually now like kind of like a viral rapper from Austin.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, his name is Noah North.
Noah North?
His rapper. Snoop.
Shout out.
You heard of Noah North?
Shout out to.
Oh yeah, Snoop doesn't know.
Okay.
But yeah, he like had like a music video that had like over a million something
Oh,
views.
for real?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe we'll try to play it as a opener song. Hey, Paul, did you like my the transition thing that you wanted me to do?
Hell yeah!
like
I was
that?
about to say it, but I thought Zach was gonna take up more of his time with the story, but man, I really liked it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I did that just for you. You mentioned it the other day. I was like, I better do this for Paul. He's gonna get upset if I don't. Nah. But yeah, no. I mean, I feel like Snoop's already waiting for the Taylor Swift album review. Shout out Snoop.
You got the Spotify queued up?
I don't have Spotify, bro.
Is it is it free on YouTube?
I think so. I don't know.
Oh my gosh!
I don't know if we can play it though, because then like they'll take our video down.
Yeah, we'll get hit.
We'll get the
sure.
copyright.
But
hits.
they won't take it down. We'll just get demonetized, right?
Yeah.
Well, they'll mute that part of the video. It'll all be muted.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what we can do. I actually called my cousin Francesca, because she's younger. She's actually 26 or 27. I can't remember.
The one that goes to UT?
So, no.
Oh.
That's my other cousin. No, my cousin. She's you
got cousins on deck,
bro.
You trying to get some Taylor Swift references? He was like, I got options.
I know. I should have called Noble. I should have called Noble. She would have listened to that, because I called Francesca
put her on as a guest.
But Francesca's got she's got two kids. I know Zach's trying to holler, dude. What's up, bro?
Zach a little thirsty, my dude. A little thirsty.
Nah,
why are you yelling in the phone, Paul?
He's just saying.
Settle down. Your blood pressure up.
I wish it could be up. It's always up.
But anyways, I called Francesca because she's late, mid 20s, mid to late 20s, about your, maybe a couple years older than you, Zach. So she's grown up with Taylor Swift, and I called her, but she's got a 5-month-old and a 5-year-old at home, so she didn't really have time to listen to Taylor.
She hadn't heard it on her own.
No,
a lot of people that
I don't even think she knew it was out.
Okay, so yeah, that was what I was gonna say. Like, a lot of people that I know, like, that I have asked about it, have already listened to it, and it was like a surprise drop album. So like, you had to be like looking
right
or like around music to like know it. So like the fact that like I know people that have heard it are like means you know what I'm saying? Like
right, yeah. And we'll get to that, like, because I want to really get into that. So we'll get.
Paul,
to
did you listen? You didn't listen, right? You too cool?
Hell no.
Okay, that's what I thought. Too cool.
We'll get into that a little bit later. I did want to get into right off the bat the Houston Astros and Dodgers thing. I mean, everybody's been talking about that. Joe Kelly throws at Bregman, then he kind of throws at Correa, and then he strikes him out, and then he makes a sad face at him and is talking trash while he's walking away.
Called him a B word.
Yeah, Joe Kelly.
You see that? You see like that? They said that you called him a B word.
I think so.
He's like, you have to cheat to hit.
Yeah.
B word. He said, nice swing.
Yeah,
B-word.
nice swing. Yeah. Yeah. And then I think and then today Joe Kelly gets an 8-game suspension.
Then like everybody doing the math. And like converting it
to 376,000. Was it 376,000, Paul? I think he put it on the messenger. Games.
Yeah, that's what Sport Track calculated at. So I'm gonna trust them.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know, man. And then like it was just all. I mean, I while I'm working, I usually during the day I'll usually listen to sports talk, and there was just that was all the rage, man. It was all about Joe Kelly getting suspended and the Astros, and everybody's like still upset about something that happened 3 years ago, and Joe Kelly wasn't even on the team in 2017. He was actually on the 2018 Red Sox team that cheated. So I mean, where's he coming from?
But then you listen to like local shows of like Houston people, and they're like the complete opposite of like the national media narrative of the whole thing.
What do you mean?
I mean, like Rob Babers, who works under Snoop at the Horn, because Snoop's like the man over there.
Yeah,
Snoop's the boss.
Yeah. He's from Houston.
Okay.
And so like listening to him talk about it, he was like, yo, this dude like showed no remorse. Like he got fined because he didn't show remorse, and like he wants to act like it was an accident, but you don't act like that after an accident if it was an accident, Right. But I mean, it's very like the whole Astros like narrative is so different depending on who you talk to. Because like Astros fans,
like me,
as opposed to literally everybody else, is so small.
Yeah.
Like the Astros fans versus everybody else is so small that like the popular narrative is just completely against.
The popular narrative is, F the Astros, pretty much.
The commissioner.
Yeah.
Not
doing all this stuff. Yeah. I mean, because everybody just jumped. I mean, I've mentioned it on the pod here that everybody jumped off that bandwagon real quick.
You didn't say that.
Real quick. Yes, I did, fool. Yes, I did. Everybody's been jumping off that. I
Paul
actually
said that, dude.
Because and the reason is like I know for sure is because my dad watched. My parents watch all the replays on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. By the way, go to YouTube, Recon Athlete. You like that, Paul?
Perfect.
Click the bell.
Subscribe. Click the bell. But my dad was like, yeah. He told me he heard me talk about that, and then he told me a story that. He was somewhere, he had gone to pick up some food somewhere or something, and he was wearing his Astros hat, and some guy like walked by, and he was like, "Hey, how's it going?" Like thumbs up. My dad was like, everybody's wearing masks, so my dad's like thinking, he was like, "I thought I knew the guy. I thought he, and I was like, I was trying to figure out like why he's saying hi to me, and then he was like, pointed at his own Astros hat, and they were like, "Oh," he was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, go Stros." It's just a small, like you said,
right?
It's Astros against the world right now. I mean, as an Astros fan, I'm like. You expect this, right? I mean, they're going to get thrown at. And I think the Astros expect it too. I mean, they're just like, okay, yeah, and I it's not like they're not going to back down, but
see, I like how Correa handled getting thrown at more than I liked how Bregman handled.
Well, Bregman's always kind of a B, dude.
I know, but like the whole just take the hit, like take out yourself, go to first, like that shit played out. When everybody's against you, that's played out. But like Correa, how he like took his helmet off and like kind of stared at him for a little bit. Like everybody needs to be like that. Like not everybody needs to be like fighting necessarily, but like everybody should like
stand up for yourself.
Yeah. Like if they want to fight, the other team could like try to fight. But like as the Astros, like you should be like because they know what they're doing, know. But like for Bregman to just act like he's getting hit like regular, he's not getting hit like regular. Like they're getting bountied,
right. And also, I mean, like my problem was with, like I said, Joe Kelly wasn't even on the 17 Dodgers team. I mean,
Paul, you think he did it on purpose?
They lost. Hold on 1 second. They lost Game 7. At home. Yu Darvish was trash that game. I mean, they lost Game 2. They had opportunities to win, and they could have won an 18. They could have won a 9. I mean, win a series on your own, Dodgers. Like, let it go, Brian. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, throw at them, do whatever you got to do. But I mean, come on, man. It's time to move on, y'all. Like, for real. I mean, and maybe that's just like, oh, you're just an Astros fan. Well, yeah, I'm an Astros fan, but also like if the tables were turned, okay, hit them, but also win a freaking ball game, dude. Like, go out and win your own championship. But anyways, Paul, I'll let you go ahead and answer Zach's question. Ask it again, Zach.
Do you think he did it on purpose, or do you think it was accident?
I'm not skilled enough to know if he has control or lost control. I've heard conflicting stories on Sports Talk, but what I do know is,
in your opinion,
if I had to say for Kelly's sense, I think he did it on purpose. But this is what I really wanted to get towards was that drama. And last night, the Astros bench, the Astros team, they were about it. They were about that fight life because that whole bench cleared when Correa stood his ground at the plate, and they all cleared. And you notice, like a lot of times where I've seen benches will come and they'll meet in the middle, kind of like 50-50 ownership of the field. Last night, it was like the Astros went all the way past home plate, real close to the Dodgers dugout. And so to me, I was like, and then that's when I can't forget the manager's name, but that's when the manager started getting into the umpire face, and I thought we were going to see some spittle swapping, but they were masked up.
Oh, Dusty Baker?
So Baker, there you go. Yeah. Could put the cocaine down, Dusty. Put the cocaine down. Anyway,
that's the other guy. That's Ron Washington. Story. No. Oh, is it? Yeah.
See, I'm not skilled enough to talk about baseball, but it's funny. And so when I get back to the point was I know this. Houston was prepared for balls to be thrown at them based off the way their benches or the bench of Houston reacted, in my opinion.
Right.
What was that noise you just made?
I was just trying to. I thought he was done, but then like.
I think so. I heard an interview like a long time ago with Roger Clemens.
Yeah.
And he said, he's like, I never hit anyone that I wasn't trying to hit. He's like, I'm a professional pitcher.
Yeah.
If I I'm past the point where I'm hitting people on accident.
Yeah.
You know, like if I'm gonna hit you, it's on purpose.
Right.
So, like I think it's a setup because there's a video of what's the pitcher's name?
Joe Kelly.
Greg Kelly. I mean Brian Kelly pitching in his backyard with like this big ass target, saying he's working on his changeup, and he like throws it through his window.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? It like went kind of like viral over the summer.
Dude, yeah, he did that on purpose.
Right, he did that on purpose.
He did that on purpose
because
he made that video knowing that what was going to happen.
He made that video, threw it in the window on purpose, knowing he was going to go after the Astros, knowing that in the post game he could say like, "Look, I miss shit all the time. I broke my own window."
Yeah,
and everyone can be like, "Oh, you're right.
Yeah, he did
his window. It had to be an accident.
He did it.
It's a setup. He's been playing in this for months on end.
Right.
That's an assassin. That's a hitman."
Well, I mean, yeah, but I feel like I'm still on the fact that he wasn't even on that 2017 team. Like, I feel like it should have been like at least, I think they got 10 guys on that team, like 10 players on that team still on, like
that's probably how he got signed by the Dodgers.
They got to be at least one bullpen pitcher that was on that 17 team. I didn't do my research, but
it's like Dodgers. If you sign me, I'll make a video of me throwing the ball through my window.
Yeah.
I'll pretend like I'm bad at pitching, and I'll hit the Astros, and they're like, "All right, you're up."
Right. And
can I say one thing?
Go ahead, Paul.
Oh, my bad, Chris. I thought you were done.
No, go ahead.
What I was gonna say was, Zach, I'm proud of you because in minute 5 through minute 15 of this hour, you've been saying "like" in every other word. So I'm proud that you fixed that. Thank you.
Okay. What is that noise?
That's my drink.
Oh. All right.
It's ice clashing against the cup.
Oh, okay. So shout out to BJ. He says we need some recon hats, and then he says baseball players acting like they're going to fight. Ha ha ha. So yeah.
I guess that's a rugby pun or a rugby jab.
Right. And Paul says he was on the 2017 Boston ALCS team. Yeah. Well, okay. You could have won some games there too. I mean, you were also on,
he was also like a charge the mound.
He was also on the 2018
situation.
team that was cheating too. So, I mean,
dang.
I mean,
Chris is bitter.
Well, I'm not bitter. I'm just saying, like, I mean, there's just so much hypocrisy in this whole thing. Like, everybody cheats,
right?
They all cheat. All baseball teams cheat. Astros just got caught. You know what I'm saying? Like, Mike Fiers, went and ratted. So, I mean, when is he going to get up to bat against an Astros pitcher? Right. I mean, snitches get stitches. You know what I'm saying?
Didn't the Yankees cheat too?
I mean, yeah. I'm saying everybody's cheated, man. Everybody's cheated. I mean, come on. I mean, in the 90s or mid to late 90s, everybody was on juice. I mean, everybody was, like not everybody, but the most of the players were. A-Rod was. When the Yankees were winning all those titles, they had players on, on the juice. I mean,
they made a whole
come on, man,
30 for 30 about home
dude.
runs, but the two like most juiced up dudes, and hardly even talked about steroids in the whole movie.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying though. Like, okay, so they got caught, and you know what? I'm on board with a lot of people that say, you know what, they didn't do enough to punish the players. Okay, I'm on board with that. Yeah, maybe they should have done some more. I'm on board with that. But I mean, I guess maybe it was kind of hard to figure out like who was involved and all that other stuff. But yeah, I would have been on. Yeah, I would have been okay with that. Give Altuve, if he was involved, give him 50 games, or Correa or Bregman, whoever was involved, give him however many games suspension you want. Fine, I'd have been okay with that as an Astros fan. You know what I'm saying? So, but I mean, look, I think the Astros know they're going to get thrown at. I honestly think that this 8-game suspension was a little harsh.
But the rest of the league has to know too that like just because
not
this
a little
happened,
harsh, a lot of harsh.
Just because this happened doesn't mean it's like a free pass to throw at players. Like throwing at batters is still like against the rules. Like people are mad that he got suspended. Like it's a lot of games, but like he was gonna get suspended.
Right.
Like bottom line, if you throw at anybody, Astros included, like they're gonna assume it's on purpose, and you're gonna get suspended.
Yeah. But I mean,
I got a question.
Yeah, go ahead, Paul.
so with Chris identifying that the punishment was a bit excessive, and Zach saying that the Astros know to anticipate getting thrown at before. Do you think the next penalty that MLB hands out for pitchers throwing and the perception is that it's intentionally thrown at Astros batters? Do you think it's more than 8 games going forward?
I think it stays there.
Yeah, I think it would be the same thing, but
I don't think it'll go less because the commissioner has already kind of like,
or go more.
Like the commissioner's already been like, he doesn't care what people think.
Right.
Like if people think that 8 games is too much, he's not going to lower it because people don't like that. He's like, I don't care what y'all think. Like people didn't like how he dealt with the Astros, and another situation comes up with the Astros, and he still didn't do what the people wanted, which would have been give this guy less games or not suspend him at all. Yeah. Instead, he gave him 8. So he's not. I think 8 is going to be like where it's going to sit.
Yeah, and I mean, I think it's like it's like that saying, you know, I don't drink no more, but I don't drink no less. You know, it's just going to stay the same. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But I'm also kind of like
the umpire is probably going to start doing it.
Yeah, I just
whenever someone throws at an Astros batter, instead of whenever the umpire throws him out, he'd be like, "You got 8 games."
Yeah, but also, man, like, but also, man, I do think, like I said, I do think that was a harsh penalty, especially for a 60-game season. And you know, the Astros, like, I think they're, you know, I think they know this is going to happen, but I think it was just really the 8 games, Paul, to me was the way that he did it. I think the way that he buzzed Bregman with a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Like, okay, you're gonna throw at somebody. Like Zach said, these are professionals. They're not gonna. If they're gonna hit somebody on purpose, they're gonna really hit them on purpose. You know, so if you're gonna hit somebody, you know, throw it at their torso. You know, throw it at their legs. You know, you ain't got to buzz them up by the head. You know what I'm saying? If you want to nail somebody in the back, you know, make it thud. Okay, fine. But just don't go after the head, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's where the 8-game suspension came from. I think it was just the manner that he went about it, and you know, throwing at somebody's head where it can really cause some real injury. I don't think if he would have hit him in the butt or hit him in the back, you know, I don't think it would have been 8 games. It might have been a suspension, but I really don't think it would have been an 8-game one. I think it was just the way it went down.
You don't think that any of his behavior after he was leaving the mound is like immature behavior, condescending towards Correa? Had anything like? Do you think that pushed it to 8 games, or do you think it was going to be 8 games regardless?
Maybe.
I mean, because I don't really see that a lot with pitchers. I'll see pitchers like stare batters down, and then they'll kind of like do a TV break, and then they'll be back in their dugouts, but. When you kind of saw that behavior, what are they in, like the 5th game of the night, the 5th game of the season? Mm-hmm. Then to me, that just kind of said, like, bro, if you're going to kind of behave like that, then maybe you don't need to be here for a little while. Maybe just go to the corner and learn your lesson for a minute. That was just kind of my interpretation. But yeah, for him throwing like to Bregman that way and throwing to Correa that way, like all high, to me was just like, bro, that's just not right in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out Sandy McElroy. He's on the watch party. He said if he wanted to hit him in the head, he would have. All right, fair enough.
But he probably meant to like buzz him, you know?
Yeah. It can be. I mean, that can be dangerous, man. Like that can be, you know. Like I said, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I didn't really pitch. I mean, I played throughout high school. I didn't really pitch. I pitched like sophomore year when I was at Lockhart. But like freshman year, and then like, you know, maybe I might have hit a couple guys on purpose, but I didn't try to throw at their head. Like I always made sure it was like below the shoulder, you know. It was like one of those kind of things. So, you know, and I mean, so when I first started pitching, I threw pretty hard. When I first started pitching, I was about, 10, 11 years old, and this is the reason why I went for, if I wanted to hit somebody, and like I said, I only did it a couple times because we really didn't like the other team. Because, I mean, this is, I'm talking like we're like 13, 14 years old. But anyways, when I first started pitching, I was, just letting it go, This one kid was up to bat, and he just like stood there, and the ball just went like straight at him, and he didn't move at all, and nailed him like right in the and knocked his 2 front teeth out. And dude, that traumatized me, dude.
Damn.
Yeah, it traumatized. I was probably like 11 years old, 10 or 11 years old, and I was just like, oh my god, like I mean, you know, it was just like, you know, the coaches went running out there, and there was like blood all over him. I was just like, oh my god, like what the hell? I mean, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, you know, like that's maybe why I've got that mentality where it's like, okay, if you're gonna hit somebody, hit them at the shoulder level or lower. You know, go ahead and hit him with a 97 mile an hour fastball, but you know, lower it a little bit. I'm not against. I'm okay with the league throwing at the Astros batters. I'm okay with that because I think the Astros are okay with it. You know, so I mean, but just don't do it so in the head area. You know what I'm saying? All right, we done with that? Zach, you got any more?
Yeah.
I just think it's funny that you're comparing it to your 12-year-old.
My 12-year-old
1947 Little League.
No, but I'm just saying, like, you know, I guess because I'm just trying to, like, I guess maybe that's where my thinking comes from, you know, because I've seen like firsthand what can happen to somebody that gets hit in the face or the head with a baseball, you know what I'm saying? And it's not pretty. So even at the little league level, you know what I mean? So did you ever get hit in the face with a baseball while you were playing?
Not in the face, no.
No.
I was actually like playing baseball. I was actually like really, really good at, because I was a really good base runner because I'm like pretty fast. So I like stole a lot of bases and stuff. Mm-hmm. So I just wanted to get on base like however I could.
Yeah.
I was really, really good at pretending I got hit on balls that were like close. Like I could just sell it like really, really well. So like if I went to first like for hit by pitch like 10 times, I probably got hit like 6.
Did you play soccer too?
No.
You would do that.
Yeah, I was really good at it. I was really, really good at it.
Did you like it got close and you like, oh, like did you like shake your hand or
yeah,
if it hit the bottom of the bat, you'd be like, oh
yeah, I sold it. And I would just toss my bat and go.
You just
I get to first, and like if the first baseman was like friendly or like trying to talk to me or like asked if I was okay, I'm like, that shit didn't even hit me. Yeah, I was like legit really.
So more proof, Paul, that baseball players cheat. So let's see, BJ. I'm trying to catch up on what we got here. Paul Partita, who's a Yankees fan. Yes, the Yankees cheated and were reprimanded.
That's why I said it.
Yeah. Paul was like, it'll be on purpose the whole season. That's for sure. BJ wants to talk about the number 1 draft pick in the Recon draft. We do have a Recon fantasy football league. Sorry everybody, it's already been filled. Shout out to Sandy McElroy, who's going to be on there too. BJ got the first pick. I haven't seen the lineup, or I haven't seen the order though. So I don't know.
Am I allowed to play in this league? I feel like it's like a 45 and up league. And I'm like,
yeah, bro.
Like, do I have to qualify for senior citizens discount to play?
Yeah, dog.
I'm like the youngest person in the league by like 40 years. Oh my god.
Yeah, man. You'll be the one guy that's
BJ like the next youngest person. He like 62.
You're the only under 30. You're the only under 30 in this league. I'm pretty sure. Is that now? How old is? Yeah, that's true. That's true. Because I'm gonna
log on to the
James. How old is James Santa Cruz?
I don't. That's where we're questionable. But I think the reason why Zach is kind of buffering like this the whole time is because he knows he's going to come up trash in this league because I'm not going to be there to draft for him. So I think it's just a lot of bubble gum chewing right now, just to fly under the radar.
All right. Well, Recon Athlete, episode 96. Chris Sanchez, Paul Rodriguez, Zach Lucero. Shout out to Snoop Daniel over in the green room. We are going to have that draft. Did we figure out a date yet?
Yeah, Paul? September the 1st.
Huh? No, that's wrong. That's going to be August 9th.
August 9th. Oh,
maybe we'll do a show. Maybe we won't. I don't know yet.
Okay. August 9th.
This Sunday.
Sunday, August 9th. Sandy, if you're still on there, let us know if that works for you. What time?
If not, we'll change
6 p.m.
it. 6 p.m.? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Or, I mean, I don't know. Sandy's a prep guy, man. I mean, he's a old school legend radio, so he'll probably get prep and just set his auto, set his cue and just let it run.
It'd probably be easy since y'all are so old. You probably log onto the app. It's only like 3 buttons that like the size of like the whole screen.
So it's gonna be a 10-teamer. We're gonna have some. The prizes are gonna have. Of course, shout out to Kreitz Market. We get some Kreitz Market.
Me and Chris
gift
donating
cards.
$200 a piece for the prizes.
Yeah, some Kreitz Market gift cards. Maybe some merch. We got to shout out to Kalunga. See if we can get us some merchandise.
First place gets to go on a date with Snoop to get sushi.
To get sushi. Yeah. We'll get that on there. All right. NBA's coming up tomorrow. Starts tomorrow, man.
I'm hype.
You hype?
I'm hype. Okay.
Are you hype?
Okay. I was hype.
Okay.
I was like very, very hype.
Until?
So, and it's kind of the same way with MLB. I don't like that they're televising these exhibition games.
Oh, okay.
And I think I talked to you about this when we were watching those exhibition games previously.
Yeah.
Because it's the exact same thing that the real games are going to be like.
Okay.
Because there's no fans, they're playing it at the same place. It's literally the exact same thing. So like there's not as much that I'm like excited to happen that wasn't already happening in these exhibition games that were boring.
So they can't come out with like a promo that says this time it counts.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Like get you hype.
Like because the exhibition games like weren't fun to watch, like, aren't fun for me to watch. Like it wasn't good, you know. So like
I didn't watch any, bro.
You didn't miss much. Like, so like for them to like have to get like when you watch the preseason or like when you watch Summer League, it's the Summer League preseason to regular season is such a difference.
Right.
When you watch, like when you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like such a difference.
Right.
They can't change that much.
Yeah.
So like if they weren't showing the exhibition games that like were such a downer that it was like only the
okay. I mean I'm getting
or even if they like or even like
you.
if the only way you could see the exhibition
saying.
games was like on social media or something where they posted like clips or highlights or something.
Yeah.
Like that would give me hype, you know? And then to like see the like actual product on the 30th, like that would have been like a little more hype. But the fact that like we're seeing these dudes play in empty stadiums with fake crowd noise, like, and then we're gonna see the exact same thing.
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, I can see that.
But again, it's the whole like this time it counts.
Yeah.
But what is that? You know?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Then tomorrow. So I mean, they start tomorrow, and they're doing it similar to the way baseball did it. You know, baseball had Thursday night with 2 games, and then a full slate Friday night. So tomorrow, July 30th, the Thursday night games, Jazz versus Pelicans at 6:30. Both these games are going to be on TNT, and this is Central Time. Clippers. And
someone will hit Rudy Gobert with the ball.
Clippers and Lakers at 9 p.m. I don't know, man. Like everybody's like blaming him for like taking down the NBA season. Like it was his fault that COVID-19. And
anytime like he's open and Donovan Mitchell doesn't pass it to him, they can be like, oh, they have beef.
So I mean, I still remember that. I can't remember. I have to go back and check what episode that was. But it was me, Paul, and Snoop was in your spot, Zach, and we were just like, he was on Twitter, and we were talking about it, and it was just like, oh, like Rudy Gobert's got COVID, and I was like, oh, this NBA season's canceled. Then like 5 minutes later, oh, NBA season's canceled. I was like, oh, we were just going crazy. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like, there's some players have opted out. I don't know if they're gonna have the same kind of deal that the Marlins have. We'll talk about that in a little bit with Major League Baseball. But, I'm just hoping that they're able to get through the next, couple months or whatever it is without having some kind of COVID-19.
Because they're in the bubble.
Oh, but see, that's the difference, and that's the difference. Like, so Major League Baseball, like they're using everybody, they're still traveling to the cities, but now the NBA, if they're in a bubble, everybody's like, if there's a breakout, there might be more than just one team. You know what I'm saying?
How is there going to be a breakout?
Man, because look at what was his name, Lou Williams. Was it
like
Lou Williams?
Even when he go into the strip club, like he gotta once he gets back, he got to stay in his room for 14 days or whatever.
Yeah.
So like I think the bubble's the way to go.
Yeah, I mean I don't know. We'll see. And I think I mean, I guess I'm kind of excited about it. I'm not an
I'm
NBA guy.
I'm gonna watch tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll watch. Yeah, for sure.
But like tomorrow will like determine my,
Yeah. I'll watch. I'll definitely watch Clippers Lakers.
And also
Definitely watch Clippers Lakers at 9:00.
Also,
the first game, I'm not sure about that one.
I'm 100% out on fake crowd noise.
Oh,
100,000 trillion%.
All right. Well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a second. I just want to get Paul's reaction about NBA starting tomorrow. Paul, I mean, I don't know how big of an NBA fan, but I know you're just a sports fan in general. What do you think about NBA?
Man, you know what I'm really excited for? I'm excited for everybody on the watch party to go over to the YouTube page at Recon Athlete to go like, subscribe, and then hit the notification bell, and we'll let you know when those shows upload there. But I'm ready for tomorrow night for Kawhi to handle that ass on LeBron James. Okay. So that's kind of what I'm excited for. And then the next night, that's not what I said, Zachariah. That's not the words that came out of my mouth.
It's a family show.
The words that came out of my mouth were that Kawhi Leonard would go up and down the court and tell LeBron James to sit down. Okay. But no, man, Friday night I'm really excited for the Rockets. I know Westbrook should be back. I know him and James Harden had like a little COVID scare a couple of weeks ago, so hopefully they're clear to play. Yeah. And man, I'm excited. Hopefully nothing else happens. Everybody stays out of Magic City and Atlanta, not like the Marlins did. Stay at the Gentlemen's Club so you can play a sport, make your cash, and then maybe win the chip.
Word. Yeah. I mean, I'm just not an NBA. I'm just not an NBA guy. I try to get into it. It's fun to watch. When I do get into it, I do the playoffs. And I'm excited. It's just sports. So we'll see. Clippers Lakers, I'll definitely watch. The other one, not so sure yet. I'll probably go. I mean, I don't have to work at Revelry tomorrow, so maybe I'll go up there and watch that game because they got their TVs back. They got their TVs back.
Yeah, outside TVs.
Yeah. They got them back. So
Friday night.
Yeah. When after y'all's show.
After Snoop Daniels presents 104.9 The Horn presents Friday Night Flex.
Friday Night Flex. Yeah, a Snoop Daniel production.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, we'll see how this goes, man. Not all the teams are going to be there, right? Is it only like 22 teams?
22 teams, yeah.
So,
but I feel like no one even is talking about the teams that aren't there. It's almost like they don't even exist.
They don't even exist. Yeah.
And it's gonna whenever the 21 season started, they're gonna be like, "Have you ever heard of this team called the Orlando Magic? Have they always
been there? Is this a new team? Is
right?
this a new team?
Actually, I think the Magic is actually there. Yeah. I don't even know who's not there.
Matt. So okay, let's go over the July 31st. So it's gonna be Magic versus Nets on the 31st, Friday, payday. 2:30. They're gonna play at 2:30, not on national TV.
A lot of there's like a good chunk of these games that aren't.
Yeah. Grizzlies versus Trailblazers is going to be on NBA TV at 4. This is all the games on Friday. Suns Wizards at 4, not on TV or not on national TV. Celtics Bucks at 6:30 on ESPN. Kings and Spurs not on national TV, but I'm sure that'll be on. Maybe they'll have it on. I don't know. Maybe on Fox Sports Southwest. I don't know. I don't know how many networks they're going to allow in the bubble. Maybe enough. Rockets versus Mavericks. At 9:00 on ESPN. That's going to be Friday night. And then Saturday, they got a few games as well. We can talk about those games on Saturday when we do our show on episode 97. But
the Charlotte Hornets did not make the restart. Okay. They could definitely be forgotten for sure.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me if people really forget the Hornets. They'd be like, hey, did you know Michael Jordan owns a basketball team?
Are they the Hornets?
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah.
I thought they had a different name.
Yeah, see, even you forgot. They haven't even started playing again.
The Bobcats, right. Yeah, they're the Hornets again? Oh. See,
it's already happening.
I know. My lack of NBA knowledge is showing. But are they going to have crowd noise on the NBA games?
I've heard that they do, yeah.
They're gonna do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Because the crowd noise, I mean, the crowd noise on the NBA games, we'll see how that works. The baseball ones, so I watch soccer, right? So I got used to the crowd noise stuff because I watched the Premier League. I've been watching Chelsea So I've been watching soccer games with the crowd noise. So I got kind of used to it. And, even me and Snoop would watch some MLS games and they had the crowd noise on it. So I guess I got used to it. And so now I don't mind it. But you're not a fan, Zach.
I'm not a fan.
No.
I think it's stupid. Like I watched a video. I don't know. Maybe Paul, you sent it of like the coach that like went out and like got in the umpire's face and like got ejected.
Mm-hmm.
And like when the umpire threw the coach out, they're like the fake crowd got all hyped. Like they're not there. They're not there. Like so the fact that someone's like up there like, ooh, this is like this is hype. Yeah,
they're
like,
doing that.
Press the hype button. That's so stupid. And
Why?
I think B, it's like a kind of a cop out for the announcers.
It's like a hotkey. I've got hotkeys over here.
But you know what I'm saying though? Like we spent like multiple episodes talking about like what it was gonna take for like what the announcers had to do to like be better. And for them to like be like, actually you don't have to do anything different. We'll just add fake crowd noise.
Yeah.
That's kind of like I feel like that's kind of like a cop out.
All right.
And like just turn the field mics up.
Yeah. And what I guess maybe I'm a little bit different. Well, I mean
like,
they can't, man, because like they'd have to mute everything that's said.
So like they just said that DKR is probably going to be 25% capacity now. So are they going to add fake crowd noise there, or is there just going to be like one dude being like, woo?
I mean, maybe, but I feel like they can't like actually have the stuff. It's just like we said, we're gonna do the recon pay-per-view where you get the actual noises and the cuss words and the guys talking trash to each other. One time
payment, $99.99.
Right.
TVMA.
Right. And we could do that. I think maybe the marketing teams at the NBA, MLB, and NFL have missed the boat on this one, but you could probably do that. But I think the crowd noise is there to kind of muffle,
to protect from that.
Yeah, especially in the NBA.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I mean, you can still hear it like in Major League Baseball, like they'll do a replay or something like that, and they'll not notice the F-bomb that the pitcher yelled out when somebody hits a home run off of him.
Yeah.
So like it'll be the crack of the bat, and you hear the pitcher,
Yeah.
Yeah. So and it's like, oh, and it sounds like that. So that's what it sounds like. But you know what he's saying,
right?
But yeah, I mean, I think, like I said, Zach, I got used to it because I was watching soccer up to the.
I don't like it. It kind of like hurts my viewing experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What hurts my view, Paul? What is your take on the fake crowd noise?
I watch a lot of sports in mute, so I really don't have an opinion on this matter.
Okay.
But for me, like I said, if they came down, if ESPN or some other outlet came down with even if they said $9.99 TVMA, I'm going to pay for that and I'll listen to the volume because I want to feel that competitiveness. And if I can hear those guys communicate on the field or on the court or wherever the hell they are, I mean, it's like when you watch like NFL films and it's unedited, and you hear all that jaw jacking going on between guys on the field. Yeah. It just heightens the atmosphere. And if I can get that like in a different sport, I would think I'd be like totally more intrigued to just kind of continue to watch. But I mean, to each their own, and maybe they want a family product, and I get that. Families spend more money, but there's some single guys out there who are willing to spend $100 a year if you're willing to put that product out there.
Well, in like the combat sports, they don't have crowd noise there,
or WWE,
right? But like especially like the UFC and like boxing, and like you can like really hear like the hitting, and like that like brings an element that like was never there before,
right?
Because like you can. You hear them talk about like the glancing blows, and like you can't really hear them when it happens. So you're like, oh, did he even hit him? And like now you can hear that,
right?
And like that brings something to the viewing experience, I think. Like, and then like I know I bring it up, but like the AVP, the professional volleyball, that's on Amazon Prime, so it's not rated,
right?
And you can hear them like talking to their partners, like you can hear them like talking trash, like sometimes they cuss, and like again it like brings like there'll be points where the announcers will just stop talking because the players have like a back and forth going on, and the announcers will just stop talking because they realize that it's something that like the viewer is enjoying listening to, and I think it's they're missing out on that like element, like potential element being added to the viewing experience. I think.
Fair enough.
100%.
Yeah, and I feel like okay, like, and that kind of made me think of what they do in NASCAR sometimes when they do the turn it up thing, where they just the announcers stop talking, and I guess and all you hear is the cars going by and the guys talking.
You forget the horsepower and like the sound of the cars until they do that. Like, and I feel like
I like that, man, because I'll be watching it. I'll turn my Bose system on and I'll freaking turn it up because it sounds awesome. And I don't really like NASCAR.
That was a nice like little flex by you about your little Bose system.
Yeah.
But like in baseball, I feel like we're so used to all these pitchers throwing like mid-90s and like we don't hear it and we don't like everyone does it, so we like forget what 95 miles an hour is like. So imagine they turned up the crowd mics and you could hear the catcher's glove pop on 95 mile an hour fastball. Yeah, like that would be something that like you never hear. Like you hear it sometimes when they like go to like the shitty camera and mics in the bullpen. Yeah, but like to actually like hear the starter like throwing in the catcher's gloves or like hear like Arenado like throwing from his knees like to first and like hear the first baseman's glove pop or like the sound of like just like a single coming off the bat is like a very hard to hit ball. Yeah, and like but like you forget that. Like if you see someone hit a single, you're like, oh, he like got a piece of that one and like blooped it out there. Yeah, blooped it out there. But like they're making like very very solid contact and all these things, and like you forget that, and adding that potential like sound would be something that like I just think it would really add to the viewing experience. Okay, fair enough. All right, Recon Athlete, episode 96, Chris Sanchez, Paul Rodriguez, Zach Lucetto. Shout out to Snoop Daniel over there. But then when you get someone in basketball like dunking on someone, you're like, yeah, that's my D. Then it'd be like, okay. Okay, yeah, we got to turn that off. So basketball starting tomorrow. They're going to be in the bubble. They're doing it differently than Major League Baseball, and Major League Baseball had their first weekend, and now their first COVID-19 breakout between on the Miami Marlins team. Do you think that guy got fired? Who? If they've like traced it to the to the host. Yeah. Nah. Like if it was like a staffer, you think he'd be? Oh yeah, if it was a staffer, yeah, they'd be out of there. Yeah, if it was a staffer, for sure. Yeah. If it was a player, no, they'd kind of. But yeah, if it was like a trainer, the budget analysis, guy, like you come into work like, hey, what happened to Gary? Yeah, the security guy that says what's up to everybody. Everybody fist bumps on the way in. Like that. Yeah, that dude. Yeah, that would be gone. But yeah, Marlins, they can't play till next week. Till Monday. I think they're up to 15 players now, something like that. It's a bad situation, man, and a lot of people are kind of like, man, I hope, because when it first came out, when it first hit, I saw a lot of chatter like on Twitter and stuff, and it's like, man, Miami Marlins killed the 2020 baseball season because everybody thought, and still, well, like it's still kind of like we don't know if they're how bad this can be. Not even 2020 baseball season, like just sports in general, because we've seen the trickle down effect to the NFL now too. Mm-hmm. And I feel sorry. That's my drink, Paul. Sorry. That was a really bad time for you to like take a drink right there. Well, I mean, you started talking, man. Yeah, so but it was like we were like having a conversation, and we're like, you know what it was like, guys. What? Like, it was like every time you picked up the glass, like it would, totally like really get everybody saying like a lot. Okay, dude. So Miami Marlins, 15 or however many players. They're going to try to start playing again next week. Not sure if so. It's basically going to take two negative tests for the player to be cleared. I don't know if that's going to happen. Especially if they just got tested positive just the other day. Mm-hmm. And they weren't testing every day. They were testing every other day. Major League Baseball had about 32,000 tests. It had a 0.3% positive rate up until the Miami Marlins situation happened. And I'm thinking, hoping that the Marlins are able to come back, but we might end up seeing some non-starters. You send the old Harry Mans up there. I mean, you're going to see some replacement players possibly.
if just to get these games in. And I mean, it sucks for the Marlins, but I mean, let's be honest. I don't think anybody expected the Marlins to do anything. So
I mean, if they were gonna do it, this would have been the
like,
year.
What if conspiracy theory? What if the Major League Baseball did this on purpose to the team they knew that wasn't going to make the playoffs, just to like see what happens and how they could contain it? Think conspiracy theory,
or what if
like a test case?
Like a test case, yeah. Like they were like, oh, let's see if we throw in some COVID-19 into this clubhouse and see how bad it gets and see if we can contain it. Yeah, and let's do it to the Marlins because they're not going to do anything anyways.
I just think, I think everybody should have bubbled.
But how do you bubble baseball?
I don't know, but I think they should have.
Well, I mean, they were going to do it in Arizona, right?
Yeah, didn't they have that option? Didn't they have that option?
Yeah, they did. They were going to do it in Arizona, Cactus League area. So I don't know.
The ones who need to be afraid is the NFL, because obviously this huge blow up on Miami with the NFL franchise in Miami potentially is not a really good outlook right now, and optic wise, for the NFL. And so whatever, they have a plan called EIDER, emergency. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but anyways, they have this program, it's this protocol called EIDER in the NFL, and it's supposed to be a testing program to where they're tested twice a day for 2 weeks, and if they continue to go negative, then they only tested once per week. But I mean, people are opting out left and right, and for, you know, if it was the MLB to say, hey, let's throw COVID in here, or say let's let these guys have a loose leash and go wherever they want, you know, anywhere, gentlemen's clubs anywhere, bottle service anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I think really they could totally get a test case to kind of measure what parameters need to be placed on an NFL franchise that's going all across the United States.
So that's
maybe
the bummer when the
NFL,
Bengals get a breakout, and
maybe the NFL infiltrated the MLB.
The test case for the NFL.
Yeah, who would be would the Bengals be the test case team? Paul, who do you think would be the test case team for the NFL?
Jacksonville Jaguars. All day.
Jacksonville Jaguars. All right. Yeah, that's true. And they can't really do it in the NBA because all the crappy teams are already not there. So
they're in a bubble, yeah.
And they're in the bubble, so they'll be all right. So yeah, I mean we'll see in Miami. You know, they're gonna try to come back, like I said, next week, and
for it to like have spread how it did within the Marlins,
like fast
in a non-contact sport.
Yeah,
like that doesn't bode well for.
Yeah, and then the Phillies, they were playing the Phillies. You know,
but nobody for the Phillies tested positive.
Not yet.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Oh, okay.
I mean, maybe the Marlins were having a little, you know, rendezvous, chateau la di da. I mean, I'm just saying, little Robert Kraft action. Yeah. Who knows?
They all went to the same place. Yeah, possibly. I don't know. But yeah, Phillies are okay. I mean, I think Major League Baseball. I mean, honestly, it's kind of crappy to say, but I think Major League Baseball was probably like, whew. It wasn't the Yankees or Dodgers.
Right.
Yeah. You know, they're like, okay, thank God. That's what I'm saying though. That's what my conspiracy theory is, like threw it in there just to see what happened.
But I mean, like I think I said this on in an earlier show, but it's like no one's gonna know how things are gonna happen until it happens.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like if it gets contained and no one else tests positive for any other organizations and the Marlins like get it together, then they'll know, like, okay, we just got to postpone the next couple games, have that team quarantine.
Yeah,
that's how we handle it. But like no one would have known, you know, like no one would have known unless like these select teams are playing and like they're having these volleyball tournaments and they're having like camps in the summer. Like no one would have known how to handle these breakouts unless doing it happens, you know?
Right. And I think we got it. Go ahead, Paul.
I got a question. This is conspiracy. So we really haven't seen a whole lot of other teams in the MLB test positive for COVID, although we have this huge outbreak for the Marlins.
Mm-hmm.
Is it far-fetched to think maybe there's not accurate reporting going on throughout the MLB?
Oh, no. I don't think so. I mean,
really?
Well, I'm just saying, like, I'm just saying it's not far fetched. I mean, there's always been. I mean, we've heard just in the news about the false positives and false negatives, like in general, like even with So, I mean, I don't know. But then there was the players. I think Mike Moustakas was one that
opted out and then opted back in.
No, that was Nick Markakis. He came back for the Braves.
Oh, okay.
But I think it was Moustakas that I want to say it was him, but but there were if it wasn't him, there was a Major League Baseball player that reported his own symptoms, was tested. He was negative, but they made him quarantine anyways.
That'd be like if you don't match up well against like Yu Darvish, you just be like, yo, I kind of got like a cough today. I think I might need to quarantine. All right, yeah, quarantine. Take all the time you need.
I need quarantine for this series. They got all lefties.
And then and then you take the test afterwards, and you're good. Be like, all right, I'm back.
Oh yeah, I'm good.
I'm back.
And then they can kind of bring in somebody for the COVID-19.
I wouldn't be surprised if that really happened. Just crazy as it sounds.
Yeah, that's true. All right, Recon Athlete, episode 96. Man, we already went through an hour. Oh, cool. Good thing we've got some time, and we don't really have a time limit. Episode 96. Chris Sanchez, Paul Rodriguez, Zach Luceto.
What did you just say?
I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm thinking about this Taylor Swift album.
We got some time,
but we don't have a time
limit.
Yeah. All right.
I'm not quite sure if that makes sense.
Made sense to me in my head.
I bet it does. You just keep drinking.
I'm drinking my water,
You're
dude.
not drinking water, dude.
Yes, I am.
Nah, dude, I can smell it from here, dude.
Whatever, dude.
That song, Keep On Slipping. Time keeps on slipping. I'm a horrible singer. Slipping, horrible singer. Slipping. Just popped in my head when he said that.
All right, Taylor Swift album, Folklore. Is it Folklore or The Folklore?
No, I think it's just Folklore. Everything is in lowercase, too.
And
Except, okay.
All right.
I found this on Twitter. Oh, let me pull it up.
So while Zach's pulling that up, everybody on the watch party, if you haven't heard it before, you're welcome to go like and subscribe on YouTube to the Recon Athlete.
Yeah, go to
YouTube page.
Search Recon Athlete and subscribe to us.
Oh man, it's not loading.
Can I tell you what I saw just now?
No, yeah, keep going.
Okay, so what I saw was she started selling like merchandise with Folklore, like the logo, and then there was like this business that called her out on Twitter because like there was her Folklore logo looked very, very similar to this other small.
But isn't the album color just like a forest?
The logo, like the Folklore lettering, like they put it like on a cardigan, like because one of the songs is called Cardigan, and she's wearing this cardigan, and so they're trying to, like sell the cardigans when it says the Folklore on it, but then this
just Folklore,
whatever Folklore. They said, but then they got called out because and of course and it was a black-owned business too. So I mean, I don't know right now with the. Anyways, it makes it. They made sure in the article to put black-owned business.
Yeah.
What was that? What was that, Chris?
I'm just saying, like the environment we're in right now.
So they sent a cease and desist. Is that what you're saying?
Basically, that's what they did. They called him. I mean, and because basically Taylor Swift like started getting hammered by all these people, and they're like, oh, her marketing team stole this stuff from a black-owned business, and just trying to culturally appropriate and all this other stuff, and so like they did like a really, really fast logo switch for her merchandise for this album.
So I think I brought up last time. I'm not sure if I did actually. So Kanye was supposed to drop an album.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, last weekend.
Right.
And so people are thinking that Taylor dropped her surprise album on that same day, which ended up causing him to push his album back as like a slight against Kanye.
Right.
There's a song called Peace on the album, and one of the lines is something to the east, and it says clowns to the west. And west is capitalized, but east is not capitalized. Oh, okay. So people are thinking that that's like another little jab at
on the lyrics part, like when you go look at the lyrics. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the album itself, Zach, did you enjoy it?
Yeah. So I said 8.8 to 8.5 out of 10. is what I said.
So when we're rating movies, we're using letter grades. And we're rating music, we're doing.
Well, this is the first time. This is the first time.
Okay.
we've rated music,
Well, I'm just saying. Let's keep it with that though. Let's keep it consistent. So when we do music, we're doing out of 10. Honestly, man, like I listened to it twice.
It's definitely slower. It's
sad,
kind of
man.
it's sad. Yeah,
It's a
like
sad
in
album,
your
man.
feelings,
I was
yeah.
just like, golly, man. Like,
And it's
I
like
guess,
sadder because it like kind of talks about like adult stuff.
and she does a lot of, not a lot, but like
The first
she does
the
cussing.
first
The first
F, well, I was like,
the first S. Well, I mean, like the first song, like within the first 2 lines, you know, she says shit, and I'm like, whoa.
when she says F, I was like, oh my god.
I know. I was like, Taylor, you're not a
oh,
teenager
yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you're so old, and you're so mature. But yeah, I was just kind of like, I was like, I'm gonna listen to this. Can't believe I'm doing this. You know, I'm going on my run, but you know, got to do it for the pod.
Yeah. Well, that's a tough place to listen to the album and try to like fuel you through a run for this one for sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's Taylor Swift. I thought maybe there was going to be some like uplifting
There's
stuff.
really not.
There's not. There's no like pop at all. There's nothing. I was like, this doesn't sound like her.
It kind of reminds me of sad country Taylor.
Okay.
Is kind of what it reminds. Okay, so so like
I can't grade it because I'm not a Taylor Swift fan. So I would do it injustice if I tried.
I like have been a fan of Taylor Swift for a long time. My mom used to go to like Vegas like once a year to see George Strait in concert. 'Cause that's like her favorite artist. Yeah. And one year, I was like really young, and Taylor Swift opened for George Strait, and my mom got the album because she like liked her, like bought the album like at the little merch stand and had it in her car, listening to it. And it was like Taylor Swift's like first ever album. Okay. And so I like heard it all the time in my mom's car, and like I've been a fan ever since. And then like to circle it back to sports, my senior year. My senior year, Round Rock High School is like state ranked. They have this pitcher that ends up he's a freshman, ends up getting drafted later on in his career. They're super, super good. Like bunch of D1 guys all over the place. They're projected to win the district, like hands down. And we're projected to win like a good amount of games to make the playoffs as well. And then the season starts and we just shit the bed. Yeah. And so like by the time we play Round Rock, we're like no shot that's even close. So we play at Round Rock. Round Rock takes In and Out, takes BP. It's like dubstep is really hot at the time. So it's like some cool dubstep music, like everybody's dancing around. They go to they have like a little portable that's like their locker room. And they go up in the press box and change the music to Taylor Swift's album, which is an album called Red. And so we take In and Out and BP to Taylor Swift. And it's like, haha, like funny. And then we end up beating Round Rock. Oh, okay. And then after that game, all the players are like, yo, we should like find this album and like play it because you play a series. You play a 3-game series. Yeah. And I was like, yo, I think my sister has the album, but like I had the album. So I can bring it.
Like, I got it in my car.
And I can bring it. So we play at home the next game. And I bring the album and we play it for our In and Out, change it back to regular music for their In and Out. Yeah. We beat them again. Ah. So Taylor Swift has helped me win baseball games, basically. Okay.
Fair enough.
So what was your number grade?
I've never really listened. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I've never really listened to a Taylor Swift album, but I mean, I don't know.
But you're not comparing it to other Taylor Swift albums. You're just like
6 or 7
music in general.
Only because like it was really sad. Like it made me sad.
It's like
it made me sad,
what I said on Sunday.
I was just like,
yo,
I was expecting like I was expecting like a couple songs to be like kind of poppy, and like I'm gonna hear this on Kiss FM.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you what song will be on the radio.
Yeah, I couldn't either,
if any. Well, one will have to go on the radio, but
yeah,
I couldn't tell you which one would be the one.
I couldn't either. I mean, I really couldn't either. But because there's no poppy songs at all. So I don't know. I would say 6 or 7, maybe. Yeah, I'll go with 7.
But
just to be nice.
It was like very like not so like you could listen to like little kid like sad songs and like put that like you're not sad about it because it's like not a little kid, but like she was like talking about like affairs and like. Yeah, and like very adult stuff.
There was that one song, Great American Dynasty, and it was basically like about how some like floozy married an old guy and then took all his money and like killed like the, or, you know, isn't that what it sounded like?
Very like adult.
Well, she didn't she didn't. I mean, not killed the guy,
but it was like they were like a happy thing. Like this like other person like comes in and like destroys the.
Yeah, he's like a home wrecker. Yeah. I was like, what? I was like, this is like the last great American dynasty. I was like, what the? I was like, is she talking about a home wrecker?
Yeah, home wrecker.
Huh. Like, okay. I see you, Taylor.
All right. Favorite song off the album if you had to pick?
Hold on, let me pull it up.
Cardigan?
No, I know which one. Hold on. Let me see.
They ain't got it on the Apple Music.
I got it because I got it on my recently played. Recently played behind Juvenile and Project Pat is Taylor Swift. It wasn't one that is it Betty? Maybe Betty.
Yeah, that's like the one like from like the dude's perspective.
Was it? Hold on. No, that wasn't that one. Hopefully it doesn't. Maybe it was the last great American dynasty. Maybe that's the one I liked.
Yeah, it's a banger.
Yeah.
It just sounds sad though.
But they're all sad, bro.
At the beginning. I like the song with
maybe the last great American dynasty is probably my favorite.
Song with Bon Iver.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I like that one. If there's a one that makes it on the radio, I think it's that one.
Oh, okay. So, yeah.
Shout out Taylor Swift.
Shout out Taylor Swift. I give it I would say 6 out of 10 just because it's so sad. You said what?
Dang, it went down just from listening to it again.
Yeah.
Went down.
What'd you get? 8?
I said 8.5.
Snoop, did you listen to the Taylor Swift album? Nah, he said no. Oh, that's hilarious. It's hilarious. Oh, man.
That's what I want for y'all.
All right. Other topics as a sign. I did want to kind of mention this too. The Emmy nominations came out. Maybe should we save this one for Saturday?
Yeah, save for Saturday.
Okay. Because I kind of want to get into. Well, I kind of want to. I kind of want to get into that a little bit.
We've already been on the show for like.
Yeah. We got 20 minutes.
I got
Paul Field left out. He's trying to keep talking.
Did you look?
No. If Chris, do you need time? Because I wanted to say something. If you need time.
Yeah, I kind of want to spend a little bit of time on this.
Okay, so do you need to look up anything, or I got a minute and a half.
Go ahead.
I want to give a quick shout out to everybody on the watch party.
Okay.
Thank y'all very much for watching and everything. I want to give a big shout out to Bryce Wisdom, who fought valiantly and lost his battle to cancer this past week. I just want to give a big shout out to the Wisdom family. The young man was a student at Judson High School, and the San Antonio community rallied around him, and a lot of well-known individuals sent their condolences and supported the Wisdom family throughout this week. So I just wanted to give him a big shout out. And for those who believe and for those who don't, that's okay. But there was a video on Twitter that was uploaded of a family member who walked out her doorstep, and there was a rainbow and what looked like a shadow in the heavens of a figure that looked like they were waving goodbye behind the rainbow. So it was a really cool scene, and the individual posted that after she looked down and looked up, the entire image was gone. And so she said she believed that was Bryce saying that he was in heaven and he's safe. And I just want to give a big shout out to the Wisdom family and Bryce, and everybody just hug your family, hug your loved ones, and we'll continue to get through this troubling time.
All right, thank you for that, Paul. Appreciate it. Outstanding lead actor in a limited series or TV movie. I haven't even watched any of these movies. I haven't watched
Chris
any of these
Sanchez
shows, dog.
in Recon podcast.
Have y'all seen Watchmen?
No, it was on HBO.
Paul.
I watched the movie. Is that what they're talking about?
No,
talking about
TV show.
Well, okay, no, this is limited series or TV movie. Is it a TV movie?
No, it's a series on HBO.
I don't think so. I think it's on HBO.
So
yeah.
Jeremy Irons. Have you seen Bad Education? Hugh Jackman.
No,
I haven't seen. Normal People. Paul Mescal. I haven't seen that.
Nope.
I have not.
Hollywood. Jeremy Pope.
Nope.
I didn't see.
Shout out
Paul?
Jeremy Pope.
No, sir. I guess I'm poor. I don't have the big movie channels.
Mark Ruffalo. I know this much is true.
Shout out the Hulk.
That's
the Hulk.
I don't know. Yeah.
yeah. It is.
Yeah.
Okay, outstanding lead actress in a limited series or TV movie. Kate Blanchett for Mrs. America. I haven't seen that.
That's on FX, I think, and I haven't seen it either.
Seen it?
Nope.
Shira Haas in Unorthodox. I did watch that.
Shia LaBeouf.
I did watch that. I watched that one.
Big fan of Shia LaBeouf.
Did you watch it? I'm going to say that neither of y'all watched Unorthodox.
Well, I know Shia LaBeouf though.
Shira Haas.
No, I haven't.
Oh.
I have not.
Watchmen has Regina King and Watchmen. I know Regina King. I just haven't seen it. Octavia Spencer in Self-Made. This is outstanding leading actress in a limited series or TV movie. And then Kerry Washington in Little Fires Everywhere. I didn't like her in that. Did you watch Little Fires Everywhere? Huh? Yes. 3 African American women on there. Blake, as Snoop likes to say.
Snoop should join this segment.
Yeah. Okay, let's do the series.
While you're looking, Chris,
Let's do the series, outstanding comedy series. I just don't want to do the lead ones. Outstanding limited series, Little Fires Everywhere. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
just circle back around to sports.
Circle back north sports.
Yeah, you might not want to watch that Lakers Clippers game anymore.
Why?
Pat Beverly, Montrezl Harrell, and Lou Williams all out for that game.
Oh wow.
Why?
It just says they're out. It
Just says they're out.
Magic City, throwing them dollars.
Yeah.
All right, I'm done.
Emmy nominations 2020. Outstanding limited series, Little Fires Everywhere. I saw that. Mrs. America, Unbelievable, Unorthodox. I watched that too, and then Watchmen. Did y'all watch any of those?
My girl watched the Little Fires in Your Hair or whatever it's called.
What?
Outstanding
Rated R.
Outstanding comedy series, Curb Your Enthusiasm, Dead to Me. I saw that.
My girl watched that too.
The Good Place, Insecure, The Kaminsky Method. I watched The Kaminsky Method. The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, Schitt's Creek, which has to win.
Dude, it's a family show, dude. Jeez,
What We Do in the Shadows. I think Schitt's Creek has to win that.
Family show, dude.
It's spelled SCHITT''S. It's the name of the family. Outstanding drama series, Better Call Saul. I want to watch it. I haven't seen it.
I've never watched Breaking Bad.
The Crown.
Same.
The Handmaid's Tale. I watched The Handmaid's Tale. That's pretty good. Killing Eve. The Mandalorian. That's Disney Plus. That was pretty dope. Did you watch that?
Yeah, I watched that. That'll probably win.
Paul, did you watch that Mandalorian?
No, I'm a cheap guy. No.
You could have got the bundle.
Do you have Netflix?
Yes, I have Netflix.
Okay, so they have Ozark on here for outstanding drama series. Did you watch Ozark?
Oh, you don't have the bundle?
No, sir, I don't. Because I jock off Chris's Hulu, so I don't pay for the other ones. But guys, I'll be really honest. I don't watch TV unless it's sports or
too busy working and grinding, dude.
Too busy working and grinding.
Hey.
Too busy working and grinding, bro.
Every day I do.
Yeah. Stranger Things is an outstanding drama series. Did you watch that?
Nope.
No.
I got scared when I watched that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't like scary stuff.
It's not really.
I got bad memes. Bro.
And then Succession. That's actually a really good show. That's on HBO as well, though. Succession. One of the Culkins is in it. I can't remember which one. Not Macaulay. It's like the youngest Culkin. I believe it's really good show. And it's the guy. I'll have to look it up later.
What's the show called? Erection?
Succession.
Oh.
Hey, this is a family show, right?
Yes, Kieran Culkin. Thank you, Snoop. Kieran Culkin. Yeah, Kieran Culkin. He's in that. Kieran Culkin's probably my favorite character in Succession. It's a really good show.
Every time anything questionable comes, you got to say that shit. I love it.
Say what?
This is an adult show.
Yeah, no. All right, man.
Easy.
That's all the nominees, nations.
No, man. I didn't know if you want to go through all the other stuff.
Is it not movies?
It's just TVs. It's just TVs.
Oh yeah, and I'm gonna be a failure on that.
It's just TVs. I mean, Oscars is in what, like February?
What's good?
You're going to Oscars?
Nah. Oh. I don't go to Oscars anymore. Well, I mean, I do every now and then to cut my hair. I just go to Robert. I go to Roberts. I either go to Oscar Garza, Capital City.
Started
barber.
going to my homegirl Emmy's house, dude.
And then I
I go to
go
Oscars now. I go to Emmys.
Oscar, but I usually go because Robert's flat top shop is over here on Palmer, so I go to him. But every now and then I'll go down and see Oscar. Oscar actually learned from Robert and his dad Pete. So
Shout out Oscar.
yeah. So
We're off the rails, boys.
yeah, no. Snoop wants
All do your thing.
Snoop wants us to recite lyrics from Taylor Swift. You did a little bit. You did some.
Oh yeah, I did the Clowns to the West.
Yeah, the clowning of Kanye West. All right, man. Recon Athlete episode 96. We're getting to 100. That's gonna happen pretty soon.
Don't be an old cardigan under someone's bed. Don't be that. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, anything else? Anything else, boys?
Nope.
Shout out to Scratch Market. I mean,
Yeah.
Are y'all ready for the fantasy football league?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, we'll talk about it a little bit more on Saturday. I kind of wanted to keep that one.
Yeah. What about fantasy baseball? I thought we were doing a baseball one too.
Nah,
we
we're too late.
had postponements.
Yeah.
It's late in the season.
Yeah. Late in the season. It actually is late in the season. It's been one
We
weekend.
should have done soccer.
I'm just saying.
Just soccer. Yeah. We're actually
We
doing
should've done
football.
MLS.
We'll talk about the draft order and on Saturday. We'll leave a little bit of content. But the 100th episode will be here in a couple of weeks. Right? Yeah.
It should be now that we're doing things different. I don't know what that is, but August 16th is the date for the 100th episode. That's a Wednesday.
All right.
That's one.
Sweet. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, what we should talk about? There's somewhere up north.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it off air. I gotta talk to him, man, because he wants us to go over there, and he told me like, hey, come up here and do a show. You know who I'm talking about, so
Yeah, let's cut a check.
that's what I'm saying, man. I don't, they're kind of lean on that right now,
I got you. I understand.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't. Let me talk to him about it and see if. Yeah.
I tell you what, always in good faith. There's nothing wrong with building relationships.
Yeah, we could do that too.
Nothing wrong with that.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Dude, Zach.
What?
Zach, he's playing the song off of his phone.
Oh,
Zach,
I thought it was you. It's Zach.
No.
It's
Zach.
Zach.
Yeah, Zach. Zach, who you shouting out?
Shout out Taylor Swift. Shout out the greatest production other than Recon is Snoop Daniels presents Friday Night Flex presented by One Friday on the Horn.
Okay. Featuring Zach Lucero, starring Paul Rodriguez.
In really tiny letters. With Zach
No,
Lucero.
that's the other way around.
Starring Zach Lucero, featuring Paul Rodriguez. Okay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
most of all, Snoop Daniel.
Yeah, a Snoop Daniel creation.
Production.
Creation. Yeah.
Snoop Daniel's creation, Snoop Daniel's production.
Yeah.
Starring.
There you go.
Creatively produced by Snoop Daniel.
And creatively directed by Snoop Daniel. Executive producer, Snoop Daniel.
Intellectual property of Snoop Daniel.
Yeah, and y'all check it out. Friday night, 7 to 9 on 104.9 The Horn. And then if you want to hang out with the stars of the show, they usually stop by Revelry over here on North Lamar Boulevard afterwards. So I'll be up there. So shout out. Oh yeah, you did your shout outs. Paul, you got any shout outs?
Yeah, shout out to God. Shout out to my boys there in the studio, Zach and Chris Sanchez. Snoop Daniel in the green room. But fellas, I've been on a little bit of a spiritual kick. Just love your family. Happy birthday to Miss B Sanchez, and love each other.
All right, man, appreciate it. Yeah, shout out God. Shout out to my parents. Shout out to us. Birthday shout out to my mom once again. Shout out to Snoop, Zach, Paul, everybody that was on the watch party. We got episode 100 coming up. We'll be here Saturday morning at 10:30 a.m. Also shout out, and actually, BJ. I don't even know BJ knew this, but he said make sure y'all give a shout out to Malik B, who passed away today. He was a founding member of the Roots. So rest in power, Malik B. And good on BJ for knowing that. So He probably just saw it on the news. But anyways, Paul Rodriguez, do your thing, brother.
Ladies and gentlemen, keep that TSwift rolling. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're enjoying the podcast, not peas and carrots, but please like, subscribe, and comment down below. And everybody on YouTube, hit the bell. We'll let you know when we upload. We gone.